Come out of my space.
Exactly.
Everybody got them bedroom in them room and lock them door.
Them door.
Listen,
See, I'm blind here and there.
as Christians,
So, yeah,
you
don't do
have
that. Don't
no
do that.
business being at the person's house, whether you struggle with sexual sin or not. Let us not worsen our condition, and let us not start a battle that you
Let us not be
cannot
like-
afford to
like
fight.
Samson and walking on the
Let
vineyard.
us, yes.
Shout out to Ranero.
Yeah, don't be like Samson
Yeah.
walking on the vineyard. Don't do that to yourself.
Don't see how close to the edge you
edge.
can get before you drop off. Little
Yes.
bit do you know?
Half inch, man. Half inch.
Exactly. Little
Me
bit
can't
do
make
you
it.
know?
I'm strong, you know.
When you edge it, when you
know
walk
what them
upon
a
the
try?
edge,
I
the
chuck
edge
them a
broke
try,
with
you know.
you.
You see when that weight there go so? I saw you.
And you're good down right over.
The way it
You,
was
the
so- I
truck,
saw
and
you,
everything.
you chuck
Yeah.
everything.
Please,
So, yeah.
people.
Yes, guys.
Yeah, don't do that.
I think when it comes on to dating as well, I think when we did the Q&A, I remember we said you have to be intentional
Yeah.
about dating. So I would say, as
State your
Christian
intentions.
people or regular people,
Mm-hmm.
this is just my take. You need to decide. It's just me speaking. If you're dating for marriage or you're just that's it. There's no other thing else.
The other one is
Because this is just me
Jeez.
personally. If you're a Christian and you're really walking that walk, you're dating for marriage. You're not chatting to somebody for 10 years and nothing not going.
Remember, say that is
That's a
money
waste
being
of time.
spent, you know, not other than just
Yeah.
time being
Money,
wasted.
yes,
That's
a
a money
waste
you
of time.
spend, you know.
So you need to know what you're dating for.
I feel like at this
You have to
stage
be
and
intentional.
age, anybody that I should start dating, it would only be for that purpose.
Yeah.
I don't have
Oh, wait,
the time to
what is
waste.
it dating? What is it dating for?
I don't have the time
Why
to
me and you
waste.
chat for 10 years? I nothing not going.
Years.
Brother, obviously when I like you.
Oh my
Chat for you for 10 years?
gosh.
Brother, no, brother. I remember looking at
I
some
always
relationships like
wanted
that.
a
unless
brother.
you're
That's
coming
10
from high
years.
school.
Well, if you're coming from high school, I can understand.
yeah,
Because
that's
some
different.
some people started like
Yeah.
budding a friendship relationship
Yeah.
And then it
from
morphed into
high
something.
school and
yeah.
then
Yeah.
morph into something. So I can understand 10
Yeah,
years
definitely.
because it's never really far into like
Yeah.
too far into the 20s or
Yeah,
so
yeah.
for that. And you still need time to mature
Yeah.
Yeah.
in
So I
some
can
ways.
I can
understand the
yeah.
high school
To like
sweethearts
to like
kind
Well,
of.
working world.
If we're fine. To me, high school years don't really count. Unless, you know, that morphed into a serious relationship into your adult life.
yeah.
But if we're talking 18 and up, 10 years. 10 years.
Listen, this is my hot take. This is just my hot take. It's my hot take. If you're Christians and you're dating and like 5 years, 10 years in, you guys are not married, you can't tell me that you're not having sex.
Oh.
That's just me. That's just me. That's just me personally. That's just me
Because
personally.
by then that's a
Co-
common law union.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
it
what
is.
are you doing to keep that together for 10 years?
Wow.
Brother, you don't like me. You know, that's just me. That's just me personally. That's just how I think. That's just me. I obviously, if you guys
That's a
working
good
out,
point.
you're working out your lives and your financials and whatever, I can completely understand that. If that's you, then that's fine. But if that's not you, and you have resources and you're not married, brother, listen, man.
10 years is a long time.
The brother or the girl don't like you. They
10
don't
years
like
is
you.
a really long
It's a
time.
long time.
They usually say that guys know if they want to marry somebody from the first time they meet them.
Fuck, yeah, true.
Them-
Is that true?
Yeah,
so
it's-
so we hear
I'm
that
tell-
they usually
I'm
know
tell you,
early.
I'm tell you. So like, there's 3 ways we look at girls, right? You have the ones that you take serious. Those are the ones that you know them and you know you don't want to try anything crazy with anything.
Yeah, you
funny.
respect them.
Yeah, you respect them. No, hear me out. We respect all. We respect all, but there's some we can run joke with, and there's some that we can like run joke with, but there's others where we run joke, but we know that we respect you like a lot more than others.
Mm.
You have the next ones where it's like we really don't care, like you're whatever,
Mm.
and you have the other ones where it's like, yeah, I want this one. So guys will know which category you fall in.
The sister, the stranger, and the wife.
Pretty much.
Got it.
We kind of know what category you fall in. We just know.
Hey, listen.
We just know.
That sister, though, you know. Be careful.
Yeah.
And that brother, Be careful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be careful.
So yes, guys, be intentional with your dating. Also,
Mhm.
what I would suggest is that you ask all your questions. If you're dating somebody from a different denomination or even at your same church,
Yeah.
and you find them interesting and you're
Mhm.
talking, ask them, do you want to be married? How many kids do you have? Do you believe in the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit? Do you believe that Jesus Christ is God? Ask them all.
Everything you
If you
need to
don't
know.
have these questions, then you need to check your relationship with God. Because you need to be in a place where you and God are like this before you ask for somebody with them and God like this. Because God is not going to send you somebody with him and them like this and you or him are like this. Because you're
Yeah,
going to
gonna
mash up this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to risk being sheep get mashed up by you.
Mm.
So get yourself together with the Lord. Sort
Yeah.
out you and the Lord without intention to date. Because I know you have people like that, Sort out yourself and then have your questions ready.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
If you want to start dating, but you know at your core you are a horrible person, or you know at your
You're
core
really toxic.
you are mentally
You know, say you'll mash up the
unprepared.
boy.
Yeah.
You know, say
Yeah.
in your heart,
You're not gonna add to
yeah,
this person's
nah
life.
go.
I just bad drama.
Go ahead and do some
Soul searching, please.
yeah.
Fix it up. Fix it up.
Fix up your folly ground.
Yeah, man. Fix it up.
Yeah, sort out, fix up
Fix up
yourself.
your
Yeah.
folly
Yeah.
ground.
So
And if you know you are in an active relationship or you're actively dating somebody and you see no future there from your end,
cut it off. Dun, 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 dun. Cut that off, Bridging.
Please.
Move on to the next one.
just
Don't waste the
Just
person's
don't
time
waste-
and don't waste your
don't waste
time.
your time.
As
don't
one
waste the
bone, another
person's
one bone.
time.
As one gun, another one bone.
And
You see
don't
me?
bring another
Don't.
party in there
In the
because
middle of
you
it.
realize that it done, but you never communicate
never-
that to
exactly.
Sandy.
Yeah.
Don't
Please,
you know?
don't do
once
that.
you've realized that you have maxed out
The fire out.
and the flame cannot come back.
Blow out.
You need to state it to the person. I better phone
Yeah.
have that conversation,
Yeah.
go through the heartbreak and move on
Yeah.
than for you for
Jeez.
be two single people in our relationship.
Facts.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of those walking around.
Yeah.
Even if you're not cheating, that kind of separation in a relationship, it is palpable. It does hurt. It is concerning. It's something that you need to talk about and address.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Also, in the church, people, we said this before. You have Christians and you have churchgoers. Please choose
No, you know,
wisely.
first you need to decide which one are you.
Yeah.
Make
Find
up-
out which one you
Make
are.
up your mind if you're for the world
Yeah.
or you're for Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
World or word.
Or if you're,
You
you
need
know.
to decide. Once you've made that decision,
True word.
bless you.
Thanks.
Once you've made that decision, then you know what to do from there.
Yeah.
Until then, sort out yourself. Don't waste locked in with your lockout.
Oof.
Don't waste the man or the girl time.
Mm-hmm.
Tired of a seat. Stop waste people them time.
It is so
Stop-
true,
stop-
and it's
stop
so
waste people them time.
unfortunate.
Stop
Stop,
waste people them
taking
time.
me here, there, and everywhere if you know say you have no intention to be with me.
Exactly.
Don't pass the time with me. I'm not a hobby.
You know what else I kind of learned as well? So I remember seeing this from different persons who were talking or in dating stages. They said that sometimes when it comes down to dating, you're expecting perfection, especially as Christians.
Yeah.
When you're dating the guy or the girl, vice versa, you're expecting perfection from them.
Mm.
And we may say that's not the case, but hear me out, right? I remember you told me a story that you were talking to this one guy.
Who is you?
You,
Me?
yeah.
Oh, they're frightening up
Yeah.
and say,
Yeah, I remember I
Is
saw you
it
tonight. You're
you?
talking to this one guy, and I think he was telling you that he was struggling with like masturbation or something. I think at the time you were like, "What?
Oh.
Why?" But then,
Listen.
how I thought, I'm not saying that was you in the past.
Yeah.
You in the past.
we
Yeah, that is
listen
not my
and
current.
we don't
Judge.
judge.
It's not my current situation.
But-
There is no current situation.
What
But that
I-
is not my
Yeah.
that is not my current.
What I kind of learned is that when it comes down to like Christian dating or talking, we kind of expect perfection. We kind of expect them them and God, even though they're like this, they still struggle with certain things.
Yeah.
So we kind of expect them to be, you know, holier than thou.
Or probably even just a little bit more conscious of the sin that they fall prey
Yes.
to.
You kind of expect that, but that's not everybody.
Yeah.
'Cause
True.
We know that not everybody is perfect, but sometimes the 80% that they show you is enough
To you
to commit to
Mm.
than looking for the 100.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember one time I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get a girl that might be a virgin.
Mm.
You have to
Okay.
kind of accept that not everybody's gonna come perfect
Mm.
or how you envision exactly. Because the Lord has a funny way of showing people to you, right? Because your type
True.
will destroy you.
Oh.
You see me? So we expect perfection from them, and we expect them because how girls date is that they're looking for a guy that's better than them. He should be making more money. He should be able to do things that I can't do. He should be stronger than me, taller than me. You're expecting him to be better.
Stronger than me.
So even in his spiritual life with the Lord, they're expecting him to also be better. And you may not struggle with this, but he will struggle with it. You see me? So we're expecting this perfect person to come.
Yeah.
And that kind of push, that having that mentality of like, almost like you're judging them, it pushes you away from seeing who they are, but what they're
Okay.
struggling with.
Yeah.
So like they'll be struggling with like masturbation or porn, and they come to you in confidence about it. You don't need to go to her in confidence, but you feel like you want because it's a story for the day, right? We're playing truth or dare, you know. And he says that, and then boom, you're like,
Ew.
excuse me?
Are you
Immediately
serious?
he'll just be like, you're insane. Apparently we're not human beings.
You're insane. It's the first thing that comes out of his mouth.
Because I've kind of learned with people is that we're all human beings. So if we all struggle with something, and I think when it comes down to Christianity, we're expecting like the 100% perfect person.
Yeah, I expect them for not struggle with no sin, none at all.
Because you would want, I remember, you would want a man of God until on a kiss, and then he just stop it abruptly. And it's like, yo, calm, stop.
Or
Relax.
he's even the type where it's just like, bro, we're not kissing until their wedding day.
Yeah, like you say you want
some people
a
are
man
that
of
strict
God,
about
but
it.
then he has the self-control to be like, yo, stop, chill,
Yeah.
relax, easy.
Has self-control for things that you thought were normal.
Thought were normal.
And now you're starting to get
Yeah.
frustrated. And God
Yeah.
is looking at you like, this is what you asked me for.
No, the worst thing is that, not the worst thing, the interesting thing is that that's the locked in guy.
Yeah, that's the locked in guy.
And you kind of learn that you're not as
Locked in as you
As
were.
long as you thought you were.
were.
You see me? So that's what I was saying. When you're asking the Lord for that man or woman of God, you kind of have to look into what it takes to get there.
Yeah.
Because you would want a woman of God, but then you realize that 8 o'clock in the night to 10 o'clock, she ain't got time that.
And you don't have access
And
to
you don't have
her.
access to her. You're going to have to understand that she may have to go to different churches and speak.
Oh, yeah.
You may have to understand that the man of God, his self-control, you've never seen it before. You see me? Like, but we don't look at it. We're just like, it's a perfect person,
Yeah.
and they should just get me.
Yeah.
And that's just not the case.
And then
A lot of the people that God will send your way, they're the ones who you realize the flaws in you from the start. You see me? So like, yeah, with dating, you have to kind of be very mindful of the people that you're dealing with and how to maneuver that space.
Brandon just did a monologue.
I was, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yeah, enjoy your 5 minutes. Okay.
All right. So, yeah, Candace made a very good point earlier by saying that you have Christians
And you have
and you have
church.
churchgoers.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
We were once churchgoers.
Yeah.
And
We're like this.
yeah, we weren't locked in with the Lord at that time. We were churchgoers because we were here every
Yeah.
Sunday.
You knew what was right from what was wrong, and your parents, of
Yeah.
course, would have approved of you being with said person because I see them in church every Sunday.
Yes.
But I think that is also something. Parents, please to understand that not everybody in church is a Christian.
Yeah.
So as much as you might
Wash the
like,
heart.
Yeah, as much as you might like Sister Henry's son for your daughter, please to understand that Sister Henry's son is not Sister Henry. Okay?
Yeah, that's so true.
Sister Henry's son is not Sister Henry.
Oh, that's so true.
Okay, Sister Henry.
Yeah.
Sister Henry might be a prayer warrior.
But
She study her Bible from back to front and front to back.
Yeah, but
But Sister Henry's son,
Him
him
don't-
don't
him
know
can't- him
Genesis
don't know
from
the first-
Revelation.
Exactly.
That
Cancel
man-
the first
that-
book of the Bible.
Exactly.
That man's actually a warrior.
Yeah, you need to understand.
Sister Henry's son might be very helpful around the church, and you're thinking, oh, I would make such a perfect husband for
No,
Shanice.
no. You don't understand that
You
Sister
don't
Henry's
know.
son is a little.
You don't know who that out behind closed doors.
Please don't. Just because they're in the church does not mean that they are Christians, walking the walk and talking the talk.
True.
All right? So as much as you might approve of them, it might not be in the best interest of your child.
And
Okay, parents?
your child could possibly be a case where your child cannot manage that caliber of guy or
Well,
girl.
It depends if you're up for the challenge.
If you're up for the
Yeah.
challenge,
Yeah,
sure.
if you're up for the challenge.
And
yeah.
also, parents, if you know that your child is pursuing somebody and you know that your child will mash upset somebody's life, say something. Say something to the child and let them know, hey, listen,
Yes,
I
sometimes-
understand that you like this person, but you are not ready
That
for
reminds
this
me-
person right
That
now.
reminds me when I was recruited.
But what?
You remember?
Well, no, I don't remember.
You know,
Recruited.
Repeat.
it was one time this guy, he came to me that he wanted me to date his daughter.
Eh?
You remember, man? They came to our church.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
man, you don't remember?
This looks like the face of somebody, remember?
Essentially, it's like, yeah, he came and like he was essentially recruiting me to date his daughter. And then he told me like, why?
Eh?
And I looked at him and I was like,
He told you why you should date his daughter?
yeah, like what was going on
Like
with her?
he's selling a car. It's like, look, the car has XYZ miles on it. The AC is fantastic. The steering is great. The brakes work just fine. You're telling me why
Yeah,
you need to
yes.
date my daughter?
He was telling me why, and I was like,
You look so confused.
yeah,
Mandy.
Come on.
yeah. I can't disclose much about. I can't say that. Yeah, that was a time in life.
Yeah, you know, it reminds me of
That was a time in life. man.
people used to have this thing where they go around in churches and say, oh, my daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
You don't know if I'm a drunk, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
At my core, you don't know
No, yeah.
if I am the worst person.
So true.
You see me at church, that's just what you see at church.
So
You don't know if
true.
Mandy at church is Mandy outside.
Mm-hmm. Listen.
You don't know what I'm in the streets doing.
The church could just be my few decent hours for the week, you know.
Exactly.
I log it. Those are my good person
I'ma
hours.
clock in, and as soon as the Lord bless you and keep you is finished, I'ma clock out. I'm gone back to being a toxic person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times your parent point was so good because there's a lot of times where parents are aware of their child's
Antics.
antics in a
Yeah.
relationship and the other party is not aware. And instead of even speaking to their child and saying, hey, you and the girl there and you talk to somebody else or you're entertaining other people, no little kind of nothing because it's none of my business
I think the parents
and
are.
whatever.
I think the
No,
parents are
I
trying to
think
help.
I think
Like,
parents
I think the parents are
should
trying to like change the
step
kid by
in,
using you. You ever
No.
thought you thought about that?
No. I'm not a project. I'm not an experiment. No.
No, but if you think about
You
it,
think this
No.
is Labor Day?
no, but I wanna-
Everybody's working together
what
No.
I'm
for
saying,
something?
maybe the parents are like using you as because you're like the best example they see at church.
Don't use
So
me.
they're
Use the
using you
Lord.
to be like you can like because you're a pretty
Or
face.
to motivate them son
Yeah,
and say,
yeah.
that's
To
somebody must.
transform.
Yeah, to transform. Yeah.
And what if in the process I end up mashing up? What if I become a drunkard just like their child?
Me can't mash up, sorry.
That's crazy.
This your glass here unbreakable.
No, don't do that.
I've
No,
seen
don't
that.
do that.
I've seen that before because like
don't
some
do that.
There's nothing wrong with admiring somebody,
Yeah.
Or like a parent will come in and say, boy, Brandon is a nice guy. What I want Shanice for there with somebody. Shanice, we're so sorry that we're just using your name for everything.
It's all good.
I
It's all
say,
good, Shanice.
you know, Brandon is a nice guy. And you should have probably said to Shanice, like, Shanice, if you're for there with somebody like Brandon.
Like Brandon.
Him woulda make a nice son-in-law. You know?
Yeah.
I think he'd make a great companion.
Yeah,
a
good
lifelong
addition to the family.
companion, right? Do not go and say, Shanice, Brandon, if you're there with, you know, and put these thoughts in Shanice's head.
Worse if Shanice already with somebody and you have your heart set on Brandon, and because you have your heart set on Brandon,
Hold
you're
on,
done out Jonathan.
This reminds me of parents. You're getting a lot of fire today. Parents that will see you with somebody and they don't like the person, and instead of, you know, having a conversation with you or trying to work out why they don't like the person with God, sends somebody your way.
Yeah.
Like you.
I'm listening. I'm listening. Yeah.
Like you and Candace there. Okay, you and me there, because that's very.
Yeah, very weird.
And because my family not like you, my family I go say and try my way. All of a sudden, try start come around, you know, and do things or attend family events and try to talk to me. And me say, try never used to.
Which part try
I
come
would
from?
try come from. Why all of a sudden everybody up in a try? Like what?
Why is
was
Troy
this?
always in
In
my face?
hopes of Troy somehow blocking you in my view, and now because he's somebody new that I've never experienced before, and everybody in my family likes him, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't gonna work between me and Brandon anyway, and something.
Please.
And you left Brandon, good Brandon, for Troy, and try my show.
People.
Dating.
Dating is it's a lot.
It is.
I think my opinion is like I don't think it's as.
But it
it's-
can be
it's-
simple, you know.
I don't think it's that difficult. I think persons just aren't being very truthful.
Yeah.
And that's the base of
Yeah,
everything.
I don't think
Yeah.
they're asking the right. They're asking the right.
They're not being
questions.
truthful.
They're not
and they're,
being
they're not
truthful.
they're not talking.
They're not
Yeah.
being truthful. There is lack of communication. There's misunderstanding.
Yeah.
A big part of communication is not just speaking, it's listening as well.
Yeah.
Listening and ensuring that what you understood from what was said is what was meant.
Yeah.
Because you can understand something completely different. And
From what was
because
said.
of that difference in comprehension, you and the person fall out when that's not what they meant anyway.
Yeah. I think
And
it's just like
even
that, yeah.
if what you understood wasn't what they meant, what they actually meant offended you. You got to talk about stuff like that. Communication is speaking, listening, understanding, and ensuring that we come to the same conclusion from
Then-
what was said.
and then feedback.
Yeah, and feedback.
Come
Tell me what
studies.
you heard. A lot of times when or what I have done in the past is that when it comes to a point where we have a disagreement, you talk about it, and when you're finished speaking, I'll say, so what I'm understanding from what you're saying
Yeah.
is XYZ, XYZ. Repeat it to the person so them can catch which part a misunderstanding may have come about. Because you might understand something completely different, but you don't say anything. I know you're holding up the person in your heart for nothing at all. And the poor boy never mean that. He would have never said that to you. But him don't know, your mind end up right there. So I know you're vexed.
Yeah.
Come on now, people. On this day of love, let us let us talk it out.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah,
Come
you have
on
to-
now.
You have to be on. You have to.
You have
be,
to be ready. You have to be
I'll
ready
say
to talk about these
be
things.
be truthful.
Yeah.
Be truthful and just you don't need to
And
lie.
don't let things fester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you see something that does not sit right with you,
Bring it up.
whether it be dating or in a one established relationship, bring it up.
Bring it up.
Bring it up.
Be truthful and be tactful, especially when you know that it might hurt the person's feelings. So it's a matter of the girl. Jeez, Shanika like to wear this particular dress, and Shanika swear down says she look good, and Shanika just like, hey, I'm ready to go, and you see what Shanika's on, and you don't like it, and she asks, so what do you think?
You want it good.
It
it's
look nice. Then Shanika is going to continue to put on said clothes or wear said perfume or do her hair said way or say said phrase.
I don't something I'm gonna say. I
You
would.
know, nothing else for here.
No, don't say that.
I would.
What do you say? I'm sitting in a closet.
Yeah, it's
be
more.
honest-
It's more of a thing like
be honest, it
I'm not really feeling that one, babe.
To be honest, it really depends on like what type of person this girl is still. Cause if she really soft-hearted,
Yeah,
she can't really take talk.
you have to pick your
I
words.
just if my sight the dress, just bone it up. Yes.
So that's not what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
don't
save
strike
myself.
no matches for people things.
I'll save myself the conversation. But
Don't strike no matches for people things.
but real and truth, I'll just say I just don't think that dress looks good on you.
Yeah, be ready to say like, hey, babe.
Yeah, I don't think that looks good on you.
I'm not really a hold hands person. You get me? I'm not really comfortable with that.
Holding hands.
I do. Some people aren't a holding
people don't
hands
like holding
person.
hands.
Nah, brother.
It's just like I'm not really with that. I
Nah, brother.
Some
understand that
people
that's
don't
what
like
you
the
like.
terms of endearment, neither.
Yeah, some people don't like for years. I
Alright.
hated the word babe.
Personally,
I didn't like babe. Didn't like baby.
In the
Ugh.
beginning, I
Well,
hated babe. I hated baby. I hated babes.
I liked
hated,
I like
I still don't know how I
curated
feel about
nicknames.
babes.
the only one
Yeah.
the only one I don't like is Bay. It just sounds
Bae.
stupid.
No, I don't like bae either.
Babe.
Yeah, goat. like Bay, brother, shut up.
No.
Please, but
I don't
honestly,
like bae.
honestly, if you don't like terms of endearment, you don't like the person. That's just me personally.
No, well, if it's said from the right person, you like it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Listen to Candace. 'Cause she just exposing herself.
No,
but I choose
no,
something.
it's not a matter of I didn't like hearing it and I didn't like using the word either.
You probably just don't like the
Coming
person.
out of my mouth, it sounded funny.
It sounded weird, so I
But
didn't like
then
it.
With somebody I liked, it was like, okay, yeah.
Over
That's what-
time, I'm
That's
just
what,
like, okay,
guys,
fine.
Lock in. If they don't like you, they're not gonna like you calling them that.
Yeah.
Focus.
Listen, you see that I clock it very, very early. I nip that in the bud. Don't come into my inbox, but no, hey, babe. I'm like, who's your babe?
I think one
Not
time,
me.
this girl, I was kind of talking to she they called me Brandy. And I was like, you don't ever get to call me that again.
Call it what?
Brandy.
Brandy?
Yeah. It was only grandma could have called me that.
That's crazy.
She was like, Brandy. I was like, yeah. stop
That's
that right there.
crazy.
We are, no.
You don't know. You address
don't.
me as Candace until further notice. Signed management. Okay?
Cannot get
No,
over
don't
now.
come into my
Yeah.
inbox like that.
Don't
And
call
then
No,
me-
no, hey,
even-
Don't call me
hon.
no Brandy, brother. Like,
Mandy,
crazy.
I don't think anybody that I've dated
Call him Mandy.
has called me Mandy, and I was in a relationship for a while, and I was called every single time by my government name.
Mm-hmm.
Mandy, that sounds so weird. That would sound so weird.
Yeah.
Somebody I'm dating calls me Mandy.
I
If
think
you
it's just
hear
like
my
if
family
the-
calling me a certain name, you don't pick that up on yourself.
Yeah,
That
don't
is
do
not
that.
your cross to bear, that is theirs. Don't do that.
Yeah, I think a lot of the things that we may not like, it's just because it's just a person that we were with we didn't like when they said it. That's just how I look at it, because just like in terms of endearment,
'Cause
holding hands and
Yeah.
some forms of PDA I thought I didn't like
same.
until
Yeah.
I was with somebody who made me like
Same.
them.
Yeah,
Mm.
So
yeah.
I think it's really subjective.
It's
Yeah.
really if you
Really
if you really like the person, like you're willing to, you'll hold hands.
Yeah.
You're
And
like,
over
yeah.
time, your likes will change.
Yeah.
Because what you may have been all for when you were younger, you're not interested in
You know
that
what else-
anymore
you know what
as
else
you get
also?
older.
Like what you said, that I would say love languages, like it. So if I've noticed with love languages, that we all say that we have
A primary.
like love language that we know that this is us, but then you will meet somebody, you realize that that was never your love language.
Let us also
or it wasn't your dominant love
let
language.
us
Yes.
understand love languages are not static.
Yeah, they're not static.
Exactly.
They're
They
not
can-
static.
They're not
They
static.
can change.
Yeah, they can change.
They can change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they might be the
You
person.
know, back in the day,
Or people
you
might
were
think them can assume what your
Yeah.
love language is.
Yeah.
back in the day, you could have been a quality time kind of person,
But all of a
but
sudden,
now you're a gift giver
you're a
because the
gift giver.
pocket is
Yes,
up.
yes, I'll
You get me?
buy.
Things change.
Yeah, y'all work overtime and
Things
everything.
change.
Yeah, you just walk past and I say,
Yeah.
Nice.
him would have like this.
Yeah.
Get this.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, give me two.
Mhm.
You know? Or then you found out that it's actually, even though you have always been an adored and treasured person, so people wouldn't think that words of affirmation
Affirmation.
would be your thing.
Yeah,
But
that's
then you
true.
get to find out coming from somebody that you have a different kind of relationship with
Yeah.
outside of your friends and family, you get to
Yeah.
realize how much words of affirmation really mean.
You like hear
to
the
you,
nice
you
things.
like hear nice things.
Yeah.
Or acts of service. You
Mhm.
know, somebody seeing a need and filling a need and being reliable.
Yep.
That certain things you don't have to do. You don't have to
Yep.
think about the fact, say, oh my God, I had a bunch of stuff to do today. And lo and behold, this girl or this guy was like, oh, I kind of did a few of them for you today. And that meant more to you
gosh,
than
eat it
anything
up.
else
You know,
that you probably would have
Eat it
received from
up.
the person.
you know
right?
what also, I don't want when you're finished, I don't want to
Yeah,
cut
I'm
you.
done. One.
What I also kind of saw is that I would say this works both for both genders, but if, say for instance, because some guys think that she being submissive should be like on the first date.
Yeah.
That's why I said when they go on a date, lead first. Like get ahead of the curve. So it's like when you're as the guy or as the girl, when you're kind of in, you feel like you're being groomed into a role. All of a sudden, you're not as abrasive as before. You're nice and quiet.
You start
You're
change.
calm. As a guy, you start
Start take charge.
you start driving properly. Yeah, you see me? Yeah. You see me? Like, there's certain things. Anyways, so is like there's certain things that the
Make
part.
you change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
People make you change.
There's certain things that they'll do or you'll do where it would
soften
adjust.
you up.
Yeah, it would adjust how you move. So you start being more intentional. I know that. From my experiences, that I know that with girls is that if you plan the date, what I told one of my friends is that don't let her think too much when she's on the date. Like cover all the grounds. What I mean is
Yeah.
like date, time, location, clothes.
Yeah.
Where next you going? What time you picking her up? What time you getting her home? Like all of that should
Is
be
this
already
all we're
stated.
doing, or
So
are we going
she
for
doesn't
food
need to have to
after?
think when she's on the road per se.
I don't have to think.
I like when she's on the date now, all she has to do is just look pretty.
Yeah,
Is
I
this-
don't mind
cause-
I
that.
don't mind that at all.
So what I've kind of learned is with girls is that they want to be in a space where they spend so much time being independent. You see me? Handling it for themselves.
Brendan preaching to the choir right now.
You see me? Like they spend so much time doing that, and they just want to be in a space where they don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And I find that because like some guys and girls too aren't necessarily, I would say playing their role, not being feminine, not being masculine enough. Both parties kind of have to hold up the other side, and the girl feel like say you're not doing enough, and the guy feel like you're not doing enough. But it's both you guys aren't necessarily. One is not taking action, and one's waiting on action. It's normally girls waiting on action because they're not gonna step up. You see me, girls are kind of like they're like the foxes.
They're reactive.
Yeah, they're reactive. They feed off of energy that you give. So if
Yeah.
you're slouchy, they'll
If
be
I
slouchy.
see that you're not doing anything, I'll give you a grace period to figure yourself out. If the grace
Yeah.
period done, sir, your time is up.
Yeah,
Next
so-
caller, please.
So when it comes on to like dating and stuff, you kind of have to. I would say you will know when it's she, because if it's she, you'll know. Cause you'll be like, when next I gonna see her? Date, time, location, clothes, bam, just send it to her. She can either say yes or no or maybe. Don't let them answer more than two speech bubbles. Just don't let them think. Sorry, that's what I've
But
learned.
that's a good plan because
Yeah.
from then on, she gets to see what kind of person
Yeah.
you are. And she would eventually, or not eventually, she would find it very easy to give up the reins of certain things.
The reins.
The reins, as in like, when you're in holding a horse and you're the one that's
Oh,
directing them.
okay.
Yeah. So she can let go because she know that the horse knows where he's going and she's trusting the horse to take her in the correct
Yeah.
to the correct destination.
Yeah.
She no longer has to hold on and say, okay, at X amount of time, I'm going to smack it. So he knows
Yeah.
to go faster,
Mhm.
or, for pullback
Drop hints.
for him.
Dropping hints.
There you go.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah,
girl,
can-
And
we
then
drop hints. all the
She,
time.
based on how you start operating, is going to allow her to probably draw back on some of the more masculine
Yeah.
or what I say, like leader kind of qualities.
Yeah.
It's not saying that she's going to be
Yes, man.
right,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
yes
yeah.
man, but she's going to know how to
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah. She'll. And I would say for both parties, obviously state the type of
When I'm married, I want an opinion,
Yeah.
guys. Just a talk.
Yeah.
state like what you're looking for, what you're expecting
Yeah.
in a way.
Just to put that in context.
We
Not
don't
married,
want married.
no kids, not in a relationship.
No married.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we are
not
single.
in a relationship.
Him alone. It's him alone. Okay. Something else I'd like to throw in there. Don't use one fat to fry everybody. What worked with somebody before might not work with somebody
Yeah, that's
here.
true. Yeah.
Please to learn everybody individually.
Yes.
Don't group up and say the man them stay so and the woman them stay so. So this is what you have to do and work with. It's not gonna work in every single case.
Yeah.
Please don't take one fat and fry everybody. Don't do
No.
that.
Yes.
It's not nice. And then to think when you, as the person that was tried, when you come to realize that he made this effort because he did try it with him ex, do I look like Stacy to you?
No, you look like Candace.
I don't understand.
No, I think you look like Sheila.
Brendan, please. You get me? Don't do that. Don't do that. It might be a coincidence that the same thing. She's some piece. It might. It might be coincidental that the same thing works, but don't take it off rip that just because it worked for one person,
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
gonna work for everybody.
That's
Like
true.
we said, not everybody might appreciate holding hands or PDA or words of terms of endearment. Don't do that.
Don't just jump head straight into that.
Yeah, don't do that.
You might turn the person off.
Yeah.
And turn them away.
Yeah, it can work, but you're running a risk. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you really could
Isn't it?
chase that person
If
away.
you talk to her up on the first day in the DMs and you're calling her baby next, I'm like, brother,
I find that real suspicious.
you're weird.
Don't go to
I
her
feel
and
like
say, are you
you're
from
coming-
Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see.
Hey, it can work, you know.
That's
Alright,
hilarious.
I am
okay,
not
first of all,
opposed.
Hold on.
Pickup
Hold on,
lines
hold on.
are
I will
not.
laugh.
Yeah.
I will laugh.
Hold on.
I guarantee. Are you going to score a date? Perhaps not, but I'm going to laugh.
I tried in this on a girl in the DMs one time. She had a Bible verse in her bio, and I said, I like that one, but how about this? I like that one. How about
And
this?
you scored your
it ju-
way.
and I just, and that's where it started. Isn't
Like
it? Yeah. So
my-
it can work, you know.
my experience the other day.
It can
By
work.
the other day, I really do mean last week when I'm walking in the plaza and guy comes up to me and just like, "Oh, you're in luck. I'm a single flower. You feel like picking me today?" That's what the man said to me.
How far the great are falling. Every day we
I
move
said,
closer
"Excuse
away
me?"
from, straight
Straight further away from God's light.
from God's light.
Some pickup lines are hilarious. I remember one time Candace and I were at Lee's in
Oh yeah, on
Alfred's
Reddit.
Road.
Yeah.
I never forget this. And the security guard saw me and started singing She's
She's
Royal,
Royal.
by Taurus Riley.
Yeah.
And then he remixed it and he goes, She's Royal, I wanna be a lance corporal.
Listen.
Candace and I were
Manuel.
dying because it was so funny.
Come on, man, put
He
in
was
order.
saying follow up things and so on, but I'm a laugh till my head hurt me.
That's not bad.
No,
That's
it's
bad.
not.
That's
It wasn't
She's
bad.
Royal, I wanna
That's
be
not
a
bad.
lance corporal.
Some pickup lines are
That's it.
pretty
I want to
good.
be a lance
Yo.
corporal. Hey, I'm not gonna lie still. If you're funny, he can get in.
Yeah.
Being listen,
If you're
let
funny,
me tell you
He
something.
can get in there. Yeah.
Being funny and charming can get you far.
Can get you
Jeez.
far. Yeah.
One thing,
We can
people
con-
love to skin them teeth.
if they can convert, if they can like have conversation and eye contact, if they can have a conversation and maintain eye contact, trust me, you have her like this. That's done.
Listen,
Your work is finished,
we
my
love.
guy.
I don't know anybody who
Wrap that
doesn't
up.
like laughing.
I love skin my teeth.
Absolutely, for anything and everything.
Them brush
Yeah.
every day, so me will skin them.
Yeah, man. laughing
Wise
is
words from Mandy.
fantastic.
Mm.
I have a whole just videos.
Of
Just wise
people,
words from Mandy.
Oh, wise words.
Oh my
I
god.
have them. Yeah, I have them.
Wise words from Mandy.
Yes, guys. So that's dating / Christian dating. Let us know in the comments what are your thoughts. These are just our experiences, our viewpoints. Some are fact, some are anecdote.
Sure.
Yeah, anecdote.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, it's an anecdote like something like puts.
Please, sir. I said sure because I don't know what you're talking
Alright.
about.
Some are facts and some are from what we've or
Or
perspective.
experiences.
Yeah.
Or perspective from our lenses. So let us know in the comments what you guys
Wait,
think.
hold on, guys. I don't want you to think our experiences mean that we've been around the world and I.
No,
We,
just the ones that we've been on have been good to remember.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. We're
Yeah.
speaking about the ones that had some meaning,
Yeah,
right?
some meaning. Yeah. So guys, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Jesus Christ, the way, the truth, and the life. Get to know Him today, and if you don't know Him,
You're moving mad when you should be moving in love.
you what did I say? What else was I say? You're moving mad, bro. Yeah. Thank you guys for all watching this.
Grace space.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Why don't you put up the Jesus picture by the Jesus one in the Roman Catholic Church,
No.
where he's like, posed up?
No.
I always find that one funny. You know?
The images from the Roman Catholic Church I find slightly creepy. Not gonna lie to
Yeah.
you.
Brother, on Christmas Day, the memes that they post of Jesus, like one of Da Vinci's
Yeah.
paintings of him holding iPhone in the mirror. And the caption is stepping out tonight, birthday flow.
Oh my gosh.
And then there's another one with like different slides of him from what they would have had. You know, the usual what they think Jesus looks like. And the busy signal, happy birthday, yeah, my
friend.
And the
Jeez.
song in the background.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh wait, you guys still here? I'm gone yard.